Yeah? But I don't repeat myself over and over again. So I'll go sit, yeah? And if he sits, I'll reward him.
Okay.
Fuss, stroke, toy, start of a walk, whatever it is that I can use in that moment in time.
Okay.
Ask him the first time, does it the first time, gets a reward.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to repeat myself, there is no reward. There is a consequence. Mm-hmm. Yeah? So if I go sit and he's looking at me and I know he knows sit, but he's just sitting there like, nah, bollocks to you. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Sit, and then I'm going to add something to make it happen. In this case, if he's on a lead, I'm going to gently pull up, gently push the bum down. No reward. If he holds that position for 5, 10, 15 seconds, then I can go, good boy, and reward him. So there's no confusion. I'm being rewarded for being in this position. So you ask once, dog does it, they get a reward. This is in the beginning. You don't have to reward forever. You can reward intermittently to come away from it later. You reward once in the beginning. If the dog doesn't do it, you make it happen. Because the more you say and the less the dog does it, the less authority you have, the more opportunities the dog has to ignore you, the more your authority is devalued, and the more you become nagging and the dog learns to chew you out, and then you become an owner eventually that goes, it's okay, he's friendly. Biggest mistake people make with treats, yeah? They hold it out for the dog to come over, and you see she's thinking about it. Whereas if I just throw the treat behind her, yeah, completely ignore her, act as if she doesn't exist, see how much easier her life is?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? And now we're going to be friends forever. But don't get him to talk to the dog. Don't get him to stand sideways on. That helps. Because look, watch this. This is the other thing as well. See that approach, that forward on approach?
Yeah.
How it makes the dog back up?
Yeah.
See, moving backwards, she comes towards me, I move forward. See how quickly she backs up?
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas if I stand sideways on, throw a treat. I get asked this a lot when I'm working with dogs. But you haven't told him he's a good boy or he's a good girl or anything like that. I'm like, it's not important. He knows. He knows. Because just this moment of him not being so crazed and wired. It's very straightforward. The reason he does that is because it gets him attention. It's actually less stressful. So a less stressful experience is a reward within itself. It doesn't always have to be good boy, good girl. But if I start going, you're so good, very quickly it can send him to start making dumb decisions. Yeah. So how I fuss the dog, see how straight away, look, now he's gone all over the place. Yeah. Because we have said so much to the dog at the wrong times, just that little bit has sent him over the edge. Yeah. So sometimes, wait, sit, just less is more. Sometimes saying nothing and just feeling good about, oh my God, he's sitting there. Oh my God, there's a dog there and he's not reacting. Oh my God, he's not jumping up at me. Oh, and look, see what happens when I'm not giving him a fuss. Your dog will tell you it's going to react way before it reacts. Right here, you see a dog obsessively staring at a dog in the distance. Ears up, wrinkles in the head, poised like an arrow. Because no information is being given, the behaviour is about to escalate. Look at the tail rising, and boom, the dog's about to react. It's at this point most owners try to control their dog, but at this point it's too late. What the owner should do is right here, as the dog starts to load, step in front of the dog, pop the dog into a sit. The second the dog breaks its focus in any which way, say yes and lead the dog away from the gate. If you want your dog to stop jumping up, you need to stop confusing your dog and sending mixed messages. Nearly every person I see who doesn't want their dog jumping up confuses the dog. It jumps up and you're like, no, get down. But you're still interacting with the dog in a positive sense. You're still stroking the dog. And remember, dogs will always do what's in their best interest. If it's fun for them, they're likely to do it. So if 1 minute you're stroking them saying it's okay, even if your words are saying something different, but next minute you're pushing them down, your dog's always going to try to jump up. You need to make sure that when you fuss your dog, all 4 paws are on the floor.
And remember, what you give the dog, it'll give you back tenfold. So if you're like, hello baby, how you doing? It's going to fucking lose its shit, particularly in the beginning. So you might want to consider a nice, calm massage. If your dog jumps up at you, make sure it's on a lead. That way you can easily take that lead, nope, get the dog back down. Drumming to your dog 4 paws on the ground is what gets them the attention they are looking for. And if it's guests, again, make sure your dog's on a lead. Make sure your dog's calm before they go over to your guest. Make sure that you're holding that lead, so if it does jump up, nope, you can stop it. Instruct your guest to not interact with your dog until it's calm, and instruct your guest to interact with your dog very calmly. Try it.
3 tips for dog owners that will help them massively. Number 1, use a lead inside and outside the house until your dog's trained. That way it's much easier to control, much easier to manage. Things like jumping up, you can reduce easily. If the dog ignores you, you can pick up the lead, you can make it happen. It stops them getting up to no good and bad behaviour being reinforced. Whilst we're talking about dog ignoring you, tip number 2, say it once, then make it happen. What I mean by this, ask the dog to sit. If the dog doesn't do it, then make the dog sit. Call the dog to you. If the dog doesn't do it, pick up their lead, make it happen. So the dog learns there's no negotiations. Tip number 3, reward your dog the first time it does what you ask it to do in the beginning. If it ignores you, don't get your treats out and then ask it, because you're now bribing it. So say it once, make it happen, reward the first time. And a bonus tip, make sure your dog's getting enough exercise. If your dog's not getting enough exercise, behavioural problems will arise. And after exercise, crate your dog or put your dog in its bed for at least 2 hours so your dog learns to switch off and decompress after exercise. Big problem we have in 2024 is dogs are not sleeping enough. So they're getting restless, they're getting up to no good, and anxiety-based behaviours are created as a result. Proper exercise and an off switch.
Look. But do you see what you did?
No.
As soon as Ben come towards you, yeah, you started pulling back. So walk towards her again, Ben.
Oh my God, can I stroke your dog? It's so nice.
Look. See, look at your left hand.
Yeah, it did it.
Look, and see, look.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. But what did Charlie do? Because you got nervous.
He took over.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a lovely dog. You need to step in front of him. Oh my God, what a lovely dog. Did I not say hello?
No.
Why?
He doesn't like people.
Exactly. I can't touch him without now having to go over you.
Yeah.
Your little advance forward just made it abundantly clear that he can't be touched.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because if I reach in and touch him and you stand there and just leave him out in the open, or if somebody approaches you and he leaves your side and goes in front of them and you let that happen, and a person touches him and he bites, he's fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked. We're all fucked. If you've got a dog and it goes over to another dog and it rolls straight on its back like that, or a dog runs over to it and it rolls straight on its back, this is really bad, because yes, we go at submission, right? It is, but the dog's almost in the ultimate act of surrender. Yeah, it hasn't. When a dog comes over, when a dog's in each other's space, when they're meeting for the first time, they should sniff, not go, I surrender, right? But the reason it's bad is because your dog is going to keep doing that, right? But it encourages the other dog to stand over him. Now, if that other dog accidentally steps on him in some way, and that dog then panics and starts squeaking, boom, you're in big trouble. Yeah. The reason dogs like squeaky toys so much is because it creates that excitement. It can trigger that prey drive in a sense. Yeah. And it's no different when a dog starts squealing. If a dog hurts itself, say a dog fell over and broke its leg and started squealing, that would stop every single dog in the dog park from what they are doing, and every single dog would hone in on what that is. Not saying every dog would run over and investigate, but there will be at least one dog in that park that will go over there and could potentially, as that dog's now flailing around with the broken leg screaming, go and attack it. Yeah? So if you've got a dog that rolls on its back like that, you need to stop letting dogs run over to it, and when they are coming over, stand in front of your dog and get your dog back up so your dog knows she's got its back. So then over time, your dog starts to get more confident with dogs coming in its space instead of doing that, and sees you got its back. But that's something I see a lot. And you see it a lot with puppies. They're very vulnerable and do that. And then that puppy gets to around 6 to 8 months old and suddenly snaps at the dog, and the owner's like, whoa, where'd that come from? He used to be so submissive. Yeah, you missed the signs. He was very unsure and just surrendered every time we saw a dog. And because that went unchecked, we've now got a reactive dog. Sit. Guys, when you meet a strange dog for the first time, stop holding your hand out for him to sniff. If that dog's nervous, this action actually looks like you're trying to touch the dog and can often make the dog back away, crouch, or worse, snap at your hand. The dog's nose is so powerful that all you need to do if the dog approaches you is just stand sideways on, no eye contact, no words, let the dog sniff you. If the dog walks away, it's just not that into you. If the dog then proceeds to sit nicely or nudge at your hand and the owner's okay with it, then you can stroke the dog. It's little things, but it makes a big difference. Bye!
The expectation that every single dog that meet is going to get along is an unrealistic expectation.
As the dog comes to walls, looking, come here. Yes. See that moving backwards?
This is what happens when your previous trainer tells you to stop walking your reactive dog. They get worse.
He looks like a strong Dobby.
I could get some fucking skates with this dog. Okay, but if you don't like the jumping up, you can't stroke it. It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Whoa, what the fuck are you playing at, mate?
I just want to say hello. He's so beautiful.
Yeah, but why are you approaching a dog like that? Do you know him?
No.
What if he bites you?
But
Like what?
Well, then he shouldn't be out.
You're soon gonna
He should be
fucking bitch,
mothering.
cry and moan if he bites you, aren't you?
Well,
Well, nothing.
my dog's friendly.
Well, yeah, that's your dog. Go and fucking stroke your dog. Leave my dog alone.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, mate, he's beautiful. Can I say hello?
Yeah, just give me a second. I just want to make sure how he's feeling about you. Yeah, he seems a bit indifferent. So if you just come here, he's not really interested in people, mate. He's naturally suspicious. He's a Caucasian Shepherd. But if you don't mind, just stand in here. He'll see that you're no threat and everything like that.
Yeah,
and you can
that's
just
cool.
admire his beauty.
Yeah.
But thank you for asking.
No, mate, you're welcome. He's stunning.
Yeah,
No, he's awesome.
thank you.